All right, so here we have a dual camera dash cam for front and rear. We're going to be installing this on a 2006 Honda Element. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, we've kind of already pulled the box apart and seen what's in it. So we're going to go ahead and start breaking some of the dashboard down so we can run the wire. We're going to put our front cam here. So we're going to have a wire go all the way around through. This is our cigarette lighter. This will be where it gets its power from. So we'll get our wires all ran to here, and then we'll go ahead and get our wire ran from here to the back. All right, so we'll go ahead and start breaking it down before we open the box up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is remove our side cover here. So we're just going to grab on the bottom and kind of pull it out. And then we have a Phillips head screw right here. We have two more up underneath here. Okay, so now we want to pull our panel straight back. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to remove this lower cover here, so we have a couple, four more Phillips head screws. Okay, we'll just pull our piece out. All right, so the next thing we want to do is remove this pillar cover. So we're just going to peel back our door seal so we can get a hold of it. It probably comes out the top first. All right. And we have another wire here for our hands-free cellular stuff. We'll go ahead and we'll tuck that in when we do this, when we put the other wire in. All right, so we'll go ahead and remove our parts from the box. I've never done an unboxing before. All right, so there we have our front camera, our rear camera, a trim tool. All right, so this is our camera to camera. All right, so now we have our cables all dug out of the box. They are labeled. This one tells us it goes to the front camera and to the rear, so these connect our camera to camera. And this one's actually going to be our power supply. All right, so we'll go ahead and get all these set up to put in. All right, so we're going to put our camera right here. This is where the customer wants it. I just put a little sticker on the outside just to kind of give me my center point. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the area we're going to stick the mount to. All right, so we're going to be installing it right like this. All right, so we're going. so the next one we want to do is, this is our power supply cable. And this is our cable that goes to our rear camera. We'll go ahead and put both of these on at the same time so we can run them underneath the headliner and the stuff. So this is our front cam. Let's see how we can. And the kit did come with a little trim tool. Alright, so we were just having a little bit of trouble getting all three cables up. This one for the microphone is very thin. So we went ahead and just put a piece of tape around it to kind of keep them bound up. We'll go and try that again. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and use one of these, I don't know what little ties that came with the original wires. We'll go ahead and fasten it to this factory harness right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the other tie here to go ahead and attach this wire right about here. Okay, so this one is going to our power. This other one I left up here, this is going to go to the rear camera. We're going to go ahead and walk it up the headliner to the rear of the vehicle to the hatch. So we'll go ahead and put this out of the way for right now. All right, so this one here, we want to come around. We're going to come through the dash and come over here to our cigarette lighter. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bundle our extra cable up and kind of tuck it away in here. And this will be our USB connector here. We're just going to go ahead and get it all plugged in so we can set it up. All right, we're going to go ahead and put our lower cover on here where our wire comes through, just to make sure everything is good. Go ahead and put a couple screws in. All right, so here we have our cable going to our rear camera. What we're going to do is we're going to get it up under the headliner here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some more of this door seal out. Go all the way to the back with it out. And we'll go ahead and lay our cable. I am definitely trying to stay away from some of the mounting. All right, so that hole right there is part of the mounting. All right, so I'm gonna work my way above it.
Cable clip.
All right, we'll just kind of keep making our way back. All right, so here we need to transfer to the other side of our pillar mount. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put our door seal back up. All right, so now we're working on running our rear cable for the rear camera. All right, so our game plan is what we're gonna do is we wanna mount it here. This is a hatch. We don't want our cable to get caught in the hinges or in the seal or anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep running this cable all the way around in the trim panel across to the other side. Here's our natural wire loom for the vehicle for the brake light and the hatch or lever or wiper blades, whatever the wires pass through here. But what we're going to do is we're going to make our wire come all the way over here, go through this grommet, come through here and pop out around our third brake light so that our cable will be concealed within the vehicle. We won't have anything snagging it or it looping and hanging and all that good stuff, right? So we'll go ahead and keep working our way all the way around and we will get to this, I guess, weather connector deal. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this trim panel here so we can pass the wire. We do have a light here, right? So we want to go ahead and pop the lens off the light. And that's gonna, you have two Phillips head or 8mm screws there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this panel off now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take our trim off, or our seal off our trim. Not real sure how this one comes off. Oh, it's under that. Oh, it's under everything. Oh. Let's see what we can do here without taking that. All right, so now let's go through our little weather-packed grommet, hopefully. All right, so now we need to remove our third brake light cover. All right, so we just want to go ahead and push these tabs in on the side. All right, so we have two 10mm bolts. We'll go ahead and take those off. All right, let's just see how well we can get this to. We'll go ahead and push our grommet back in. We can just push it back in here to hide the slack. All right, we'll go ahead and put our third brake light stuff back up so we can figure out where we want to put the camera. Okay. All right, so now we'll go ahead and put all of our trim back on. Our two 10mm bolts for our light. All right, so now we'll go ahead and put our pillar trim panel back up. Oh, let me go ahead and pull this back off here. It's going to go under that trim. our dash trim. So we just got to make sure that our air duct lines back up into our air duct in there. It's kind of tricky as you got to angle it. There we go. All right, we have a Phillips head screw on this side. Down below. All right, and then our side cover. All right, and we're all set. We're ready to test out our camera. Yep, didn't tell you. Yep, there you go.